Welcome to the You Are a Philanthropist podcast. This is episode 25, and today I'm going to be talking about what I've been up to.
Welcome to the You Are a Philanthropist podcast with Jenn Klein, a certified fundraising executive and philanthropic entrepreneur. This show is dedicated to empowering and inspiring you to make a difference in your community and our world. Jenn believes all acts of kindness matter, and this show is designed to help you take pride in your everyday actions of improving the lives of others and making a change in the world. Now, here's Jenn.
Hello, podcast listeners. I hope you are well today. I have not been around, as you may have noticed, for several months. That's for two reasons. One being I did find a fundraising job. I was able to get back into my fundraising career after about 6 years being off of work full-time with my kids. And I am a major gift officer and having a great time working at a private Catholic school up here in Massachusetts. And I have also started writing a book. And this is where I think you'll be very interested in. If you've enjoyed any of my content on my blog or my merchandise or found me on social media or a listener of the podcast, you'll know I'm very passionate about volunteerism and I want to really spread the word that being generous and giving is a lot of fun. And I hope you'll help me in doing that. If any of what I've been putting out there in the world has been resonating with you, I hope you'll write to me at jklein@youarephilanthropist.com or message me on social media, make a comment. We've got to spread the word that, as I say, and as Denzel Washington said first, giving is selfish. And that is the working title of my book. It seems like a conundrum. It seems like a paradox, an oxymoron. But the reality is as I've been talking with you about in previous episodes, is that there's this natural feeling we get when we give, and that's that we feel good. And so Denzel Washington said of all the things that he's accomplished in his life, the jewelry, the cars, the house, the fame, none has been as significant to him as when he's been able to be generous with others. And you can see from the recent incident with Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Academy Awards that he was able to minister to Will Smith for the mistake he made of slapping Chris Rock. And that's because he was being generous with his time, with his energy, and with his love, in all honesty. So this is something we really need to spread the word about because there's so many people out there who need us, the small and big ways that we can help. I give and support a variety of nonprofits and community organizations in my town. We recently, my husband and I, gave to UNICEF for the children in Ukraine by making a donation. And I do want to share that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and a portion of the proceeds of my book that will be coming out next January will go to a wonderful mental health awareness nonprofit called Bring Change to Mind. Giving is something that we have the capacity to do intuitively, instinctually, but our culture has so much pressure on us to be doing things for ourselves and to want to consume more, our consumeristic society. And the reality is that it actually feels better to give. And we were hardwired for that, I believe, from God. And Billy Graham said, "Time is the capital from God that is yours to invest." This is something that's really struck with me and is my life quote. I have a life Bible verse and I have a life quote. My life Bible verse is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. And my life quote is Billy Graham saying, time is the capital from God that is yours to invest. And my father, who is in a previous episode, John Fisher, he is a financial advisor. So the fact that this quote references money and my father manages money, it reminds me a lot of him and the role modeling he did for me, not just with being a good steward of the resources I have, but also being a good steward of the time that I have. So my parents, for example, were PTA members and school board members and Rotarians and sports coaches. And so they've played a big impact on my life about why I want to be giving. And for us, this had to do with our Christian growing up, our Christian faith. And I have understood that anyone can be giving and enjoying giving in all faiths. And the important thing is that we give, because there are so many people who need it. And in America, we're so blessed to have the wealthiest nation in the world, and also the most generous nation in the world. We should be so proud to be leaders in both of those areas of the economy and the generosity, philanthropy. We have, of course, we have the billionaires who give billions and millions of dollars, but we have everyday people, just like on this podcast, who are enjoying the little ways that they're giving back. And statistically, we have understood that people who volunteer live longer, have lower blood pressure, have stronger relationships, and have stronger mental health. And so it's remarkable that not only does the feeling boomerang back to us, but the physical effects affect us for our entire life. And we can live longer by volunteering. Who would have thought? So, listeners, I hope you'll look out for my book that comes out next January. My new schedule for this podcast is probably going to be monthly. I hope you'll tune in. I do have a great podcast that is coming up with Kevin Bjerke. You don't want to miss that. Kevin is being nominated as Man of the Year for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And so, my podcast listeners, I hope you will continue to tune in. I hope you will reach out to me. I hope you will buy my book when the time is right. And I hope we can make the world a better place together. Let's make great things happen. Till next time.